Welcome back to On My Bookshelf, and in this episode I'm going to be looking at one of the most highly anticipated books to reach my bookshelf in 2025, and that's Headlands by Norman McCloskey. I don't think I've ever described a book as being highly anticipated in the intro to On My Bookshelf before, but Headlands by Norman McCloskey is a book I have been highly anticipated ever since he teased it on his Instagram feed. But why am I so excited about the release of another landscape photography book? With book publishing becoming apparently easier and more accessible, the release of another photography book isn't something necessarily to get excited about. The difference with Norman McCloskey is that he has a history of publishing books that I love and continue to reach for when I need to be inspired. This is Norman's fourth book, with the first being Parklight in 2013, of which there's a copy there on my bookshelf. I also have copies of Beara, published in 2018, and Kingdom, published in 2022. But it was through Beara that I first became aware of Norman's photography. I bought a copy after seeing it in Outdoor Photography magazine, and it looked like the kind of book that I might like. As it turned out, like would be a bit of an understatement. I absolutely loved it, and it instantly became one of my favourite all-time photography books, as did Kingdom when I purchased that a few years later. Now, if you want to see the episodes of On My Bookshelf that feature Beara and Kingdom, and I recommend you do, I'll include links for those in the video description below and at the end screen of this video. But here we are now in 2025, and Norman has released Headlands, the final book in the trilogy of his books focusing on the beautiful landscape of the southwest of Ireland. But can Norman follow on from the success of the first two books in the trilogy, Beara and Kingdom, with his new book, Headlands, which focuses on West Cork? Well, let's take a closer look to find out. The book measures approximately 296mm by 257mm with 128 pages of 170 GSM paper, and it features 111 colour images, and it has a beautifully textured debossed cover. Inside the book, it opens with one of Norman's first images of the area, a black and white photograph of Dunny Cove, captured in 1992. It's an important image in Norman's journey as a photographer, as it is one of the first places he travelled to outside Kerry. This photograph is an anchor to the rest of the photographs in the book and Norman's 3-year project to photograph the area. The photograph is also accompanied by some lyrics from a song called We Didn't Know We Were Ready by Olafur Arnalds and Talos. I have to admit, I had to look that one up, and when I found the music video, I gave it a listen. It's a beautiful song, so I've included a link for it in the video description below so you can listen to it on YouTube as well. The book then follows with a foreword by renowned Scottish photographer Bruce Percy and an introduction from Norman himself. It's then on to the photographs which form the bulk of the content of this book. And a bit of a plot spoiler here, just as he did with the two previous books in the trilogy, they do not disappoint. There is something inherently special about Norman's photographs. There's a beautiful simplicity to them. That's not to say that the photographs aren't masterfully created, they are. It's that they represent the types of scenes and views that many of us will recognise, especially if you know the landscape of Ireland or the UK. There's no over-processing or fashionable photography techniques at play, just great landscape photographs. Photographs that call out to you through clever use of light, shadow, colour and texture. They are true representations of the locations visited by Norman. It's hard not to be slightly romantic about them. The photographs in the book take you on a journey through West Cork, from its rural roads, flora and fauna, scenic valleys, beaches, geology, woodlands, history, and of course its rugged coastlines. But this book isn't just a collection of randomly ordered photographs. As with the other two titles in the trilogy, Norman has very carefully sequenced these photographs. Across pages you may notice similar colour palettes, patterns, light and texture, and even themes. The book really is a joy to look through. So, is this a book for your bookshelf? Well, given what I have said in this video, the question almost seems redundant. For me, this book was always going to be on my bookshelf. But I was both nervous and excited as I unwrapped it from its turquoise colour tissue paper. Beird and Kingdom had set very high bars for Headland, but the more times I looked through this book, the more I grow to love and appreciate it. It has more than earned its right to sit alongside Beara and Kingdom on my bookshelf, and it will be one of the few books that I will constantly pull from my bookshelf when I need to be inspired and reminded how wonderful landscape photography can be. Now, if you want to purchase a copy of Headlands by Norman McCloskey, I shall include a link for it in the video description below. And if you click on that link, you'll also find information on how to buy the limited edition version, which is signed and numbered and comes with a luxury slipcase. Be quick though, that will sell out quickly. I'll also include links for Norman's other books. Kingdom is still available directly from Norman, but Partlight and Beara you might have to shop around for. Well, that's it from this episode of On My Bookshelf. I've still got another couple of books in the schedule for this series, so remember to hit that subscribe button. But if you can't wait to the next episode, there are now over 55 episodes in the On My Bookshelf playlist. Why not have a look at another episode or two? There is sure to be a title in there to inspire your photography. I'll see you in the next episode.